Welcome to the Entrepreneur's Mind Show, a show that will bring you entrepreneurs with various different ideas. And we hope that from the show you're learning something that is going to benefit your business in one way or the other. So today we are at the CBD in town to meet the owner of Shikilia store. Stay tuned as we unveil his story.
I'm John Kihara, and my business name is Shikilia store. I have been in this business for close to 2 years now. I started it in 2018 on April. And before then, I was employed. I was in a formal employment, which I resigned just to do business. The Shikilia store is an idea. It didn't come to me in 2018. I actually got this idea in 2013. And all along, I was trying to save some money that I can start the business, which in some way it was still not that easy. And even by the 2018, I still didn't have enough money to start business, to start it. And at that point, I had to look for someone who could be interested in the idea. And luckily I got one by her name, Esther Moshami. She's the CEO of Samchi Group. She invested some money in the business, and it was much easier to start it off.
The idea that has been running for close to 2 years now was started with the aim of keeping a luggage for people as they go to run their errands, then pick them later on. Mr. Kihara also mentions that he had to take the risk of investing his time and money to build the now booming business.
Shikilia is basically a convenience hub. As I was starting, what I had on mind is that a luggage store, a drop and pick off point where if you're in town and you have some luggage with you, you don't have to walk with them, going office after another, carrying some viazi or the other, or this or the other item. So I just wanted to give a space where some people can come, drop their stuff as they do their errands in town. But over time, we have scaled it far beyond that. And now we only it's not only just a drop and pick off point and a luggage store, it's also a place where online business people, who most often they normally have their stock in the house. They come, they rent a small space for as low as 3,500, they keep their stock, and anytime they make a sale, they say their customer to come collect their items from here. By that, you find that we give them such a convenience way of doing business. We also run errands and do deliveries, and this is just a few of things that have come up over time since we started. In terms of capital, it took more, far beyond money, because most people happen to look at a capital just about the financial part of it. But it takes more than that, because even the time, one thing that I can say that this business really took from me is my time, my family time, my friends' time. It took a lot of that, and that's a huge capital I invested in it. Far beyond that, I also did some money, which, not mentioning the figures, but it was even more than a meter to start it off and also to run the business for quite some time before I broke even.
According to John Kihara, finding mentorship is one thing that will guide you through making wise entrepreneurship decisions.
I had the idea, yes, but I needed somebody who would guide me. There's something we say with my mentor, and that's climbing our mountain. And we say that as much as you know your mountain, you need somebody to guide you through to the peak of it. And I can say that I'm blessed to have the author of the book give me my mountain as my mentor, business mentor, and she has really guided me. And I really have not made many mistakes, because at least I have somebody who just did the mistakes that I was just about to do. I went to her and she told me, no, follow this route. So I surely had a mentor. I have a mentor today, and I will recommend a mentor to every other person that is in business. Having said that, one thing that I will tell anybody that wants to do a business, a meaningful business, it goes far beyond money. You invest far much more beyond that. You invest your emotions and feelings. There's a lot of things that go wrong in biashara that you feel like, oh, I wish I had a way of controlling this. Some things are beyond us, what we can do. And so you find that we invest a lot of time. And one thing I say, everybody must be willing to pay the price. And the price is not only financial. As I was starting, I was alone. I started this business alone. I ran it for around close to 4 months, single-handedly. I would open, I would wash, I would do the cleaning, I would do literally everything. Everything. Anything that you can mention that needed to be done in it, I did it. I ran errands by myself. I could close the door for 2 minutes, rush somewhere, deliver something, come back. But over time, I got another person. I became, actually a friend of mine offered himself to help me run the business. And he came in and he was my delivery guy. And I never used to pay him anything, and I appreciate him for that. But over time, at least I managed to get one person, I got 2 employees, 3 employees, and likely today, at least we're around 7.
The Shikilia store's owner talks to us of his experiences in the business ever since he began.
It's been challenging, it's been good. I have felt like I've been in a master's class of a business because I have learned a lot when it comes to biashara. And I would say the investment makes sense. I can't regret even a single day for resigning and coming to business. Yeah, because I have learned a lot. And then, when I say that, someone may think it's because I made more money than I used to make then. But I think I look at it holistically, that I have learned a lot that I could not have learned in my former employment. As I was starting, the challenges I had when the biashara started growing, I started getting more customers than I used to have before. I had a challenge of documentation and keeping records. But again, over time, I came and I outgrew that. And just like someone said, that a reward of overcoming a challenge is getting a bigger challenge. Every day I get a new challenge, but luckily with God's help, we maneuver them. One of the challenges that we have had is keeping our brand right, serving our customer in the right way. And maybe one of the challenges even most of the business people experience is to trying to engrave my vision into my employees' brain, or trying to make them run the business as I would run it myself. That has been the challenge, but I think every other business person goes through that, and we have to find a way to overcome it. And maybe other challenge is marketing, and given the fact that this was a new concept in the marketplace, I had a challenge of marketing. If you open a restaurant and someone sees something restaurant, they obviously know that's food. But if someone sees Shikilia store, they have no idea what that means. So there is far much we had to do in marketing, probably than other businesses.
Finding customers and handling them is a big task to most entrepreneurs. The Shikilia store's owner tells us of how they managed to get and maintain their clients.
I have used online platforms in a huge manner. I have exploited every chance to market myself on the social media, that is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and through referrals. And basically I would say my marketing backbone is online, and that is social media.
And to those aspiring to be entrepreneurs,
I think if you think you have a good idea, or you have a business concept that you think that can scale, that is scalable, and that would make sense, you have no reason not to go for it. I come from a point and from a school of thought that financial capital is not the largest or the greatest impediment to starting a business. If you have the business concept, if you have the idea, you have your projections right, money will come. Money will come. I believe there's so many people with money out there, but where they don't know how to invest. It's upon you to look for them.
Till next time, I am Timothy Zawadi.